Hi, this video we're going to be talking about Ohm's Law. And so here is a quick review about electricity. Um, basic concept of voltage is the potential difference between electron supply and electron shortage. And so that's the drive to make the current flow. So the current is net flow of electrons flow through the material. Resistance is how much opposition against, right, to the passage of the current. So that's V, voltage, and current and resistance. So now let's first look at the current. The current, I, is how much charge flows through per time. So it's per second. And 1 amp, the unit 1 amp, which means 1 coulomb of charge passing through per second. So 1 amps is 1 coulomb per second. But what is coulomb? Coulomb is equal to 6.24 times 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Well, we don't need to remember, but that's the reference. So when we talk about 1 amps, which means 1 coulomb of charge passing every second, that means there are 6.25 times 10 to the power of 18 electrons passing every second. Okay, now let's take an example. If this flashlight is powered by battery and the battery give about 1.3 amps over 8 minutes. So 1.3 amps for 8 minutes. That will ask us how many electrons leave this negative terminal and during this time. So let's think about 1.3 amps. We learned 1 amp means coulomb per second. So if there are 1.3 amps, there are 1.3 coulomb per second. 1 coulomb is 6.24 times 10 to negative 18 electrons every second, right? And there are how long? Duration of 8 minutes. 8 minutes, that's gonna be 480 seconds, right? Times 60. Then you can cancel out. The answer for this will be 480 times 1.3 amps times coulomb 6.24 times 10 to the power of 18. That many electrons. Let's put into calculator to see what we have here. So putting in the scientific notation, I will have 3.894 times 10 to the power of 21. Hopefully you get a similar answer. That's how many electrons passing through for the duration of 8 minutes. All right, so that's a quick example for current. Now let's look at voltage. Voltage is measured the potential energy per coulomb. So the unit for 1 volt being the unit for voltage, it's equal to energy per charge. Energy is joule, potential energy over coulomb. So it's joule per coulomb. Okay, now let's put them together. If we put voltage, current, and resistance, which is V, I, R, all together, we know voltage is joule per coulomb. Amps is coulomb per second. Ohm have a unit of omega, right? Ohms. Now, we're going to write down Ohm's law now. Ohm's law is basically tell us the relationship between this voltage and current and resistance. So voltage is equal to I times R. As you can see from this example here, voltage here is 5 volts, plug that in, and our I is 0.05 amps, and our R is 100 ohms. So that is indeed equal to 5. Voltage is equal to current times resistance, V equal to IR. That's our Ohm's law. Okay. That's all for this quick review on Ohm's law. See you next time. Bye.